Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Osama Shah. The cough syrup-linked deaths have now triggered nationwide concern, with the toll now rising to 14 across multiple states. Now, Tamil Nadu and Madhya Pradesh have banned Coldrif syrup, while Gujarat has ordered ingredients checks on all cough syrups sold in the state. Two pharma companies, Stresan Pharma from Tamil Nadu and Kesan Pharma from Rajasthan, they are under the scanner. The Union Health Ministry confirmed that samples from Stresan Pharma's Tamil Nadu unit, it showed diethylene glycol levels which was beyond safety limits. Now, the company is now booked for culpable homicide. In contrast, syrups that were tested in Madhya Pradesh, they returned negative for contamination. In Chhindwara, in Madhya Pradesh, raids on medical shops have led to the seizure of 594 Coldrif bottles. Meanwhile, the MP Chief Minister has suspended Dr. Praveen Soni, who had prescribed the cough syrup to the affected children. The company also faces a statewide ban as the death toll now rises to 14. A high-level meeting, it is underway at the Union Health Ministry. It was chaired by the Secretary Punya Salila Srivastav, with health secretaries and drug controllers from all the states. Meanwhile, as far as the crackdown on the Coldrif is concerned, a nationwide crackdown is currently underway on Coldrif. It is the cough syrup now under scrutiny across multiple states. What began as a local investigation in Madhya Pradesh, it turned into a multi-state action. In Madhya Pradesh itself, the Chief Minister, he ordered the immediate ban on Coldrif. The doctor who prescribed the syrup, he was arrested and suspended. The health officials, they have launched raids across several pharmacies, leading to the seizure of multiple bottles of the banned medicine. Meanwhile, in Kerala, authorities, they have also moved swiftly. The state has banned the sale and distribution of Coldrif with strict instructions to all pharmacies as well as the hospitals there. Now, over in Rajasthan, action has also been taken against the officials. The state drug controller has been suspended for alleged lapses in monitoring the drugs circulation. And in Tamil Nadu, the crackdown has reached the manufacturing end. The makers of Coldrif have been booked under the Drugs and Cosmetics Act for violations which is related to the production as well as supply. In fact, from pharmacies to factories, the net is now widening as the states, they step up action against Coldrif. Meanwhile, we have Professor Dr. Sarman Singh. He is the former director, AIIMS Bhopal. I also have Dr. Mohsin Wali, senior consultant, Sir Gangaram Hospital. He was also the physician to the former President of India. Gentlemen, welcome to NDTV. Dr. Wali, let me start by asking you, how does a drug like Coldrif slip through the cracks? How does nobody notices? Were there lapses? What do you think?
This is a question of quality control in the factory. And these drugs are made in drums. Yeah, you got it. These are the drums in which these medicines are made in a big amount, supervised by none. And all the manual labor is illiterate. They don't know what to mix, how much to mix, when to mix, where to keep the medication, what is the sanitation, what is the hygiene. It just made it, filled it in the bottle, either mechanically or manually, and sent to the market. This being a common product at that place and being quite commonly prescribed, looks like. And one other reason, Osama, I will tell you, because the standard cough syrups, most of the companies have withdrawn. So these local brands are getting promoted. And I would not hesitate to say that these small companies lure the doctors, especially BIMS, BOMS type of doctors, who practicing in the streets and small towns, to prescribe their product, and they get some incentive in lieu of that. Although MCI is very strict about it, and the government is very strict about it, gifts, etc. But this keeps happening at a smaller level, and this is the result that the poor children have suffered. And we have not learned a lesson from the similar case in which we have supplied the cough syrup to one of the African countries from where the great protests have come, and there were side effects and deaths. So we had to learn a lesson. And another thing, one drug manufacturer came to show me. He told me very funny thing that the government has made it compulsory for the companies making things like cough syrup when they are exported. They have different norms and they have to go through very stringent testing. And why not for the local marketing?
Correct. That's a
They
very
have
valid
to
question
go
that
back
you have
to the
raised,
local marketing
Dr. Wali.
also.
Yeah, yeah. That is a very important question that you have raised, Dr. Wali. Professor Dr. Sarman Singh, I also want to understand from you, is this really just one bad syrup batch, or is it a sign that the drug manufacturing system, largely, that entire process is sick at this moment?
Yeah, you are very right. And I think Dr. Wali has already initiated the discussion in that direction. Unfortunately, I am saying, because even though he said that, government is very strict and stringency is maintained, but I don't think so. Their rules are stringent, but they are not complied with. That is the whole problem. In India, as he was also saying, Uzbekistan and Kenya and other countries also, unfortunately, Indian medicines, generic medicines particularly, they don't have good name. And they are particularly the syrups. And that Dr. Bali also said that, it was not long back. It was about 3 years back only. If I am right, it was between 2 and 3 years back only. And the whole country was, again, that time in a bad state. And the various committees were made, and they found everything. What he was saying, that it is so roughly prepared. Ideally, any oral drug or injectable drug, any drug which is to be consumed by human beings, they must be prepared and manufactured following the GMP, what we call good manufacturing practices. But as I think the Rajasthan government has already started in that direction. The DCGI is one component, state drug controller, who has been suspended. But I think this is only when our government system wakes up, when there are situations and when there are some reports. Why not this kind of things do happen regularly? That is the whole question. So they should be in place. And I would say that drug controllers should be taken to task by Government of India. And
Absolutely, sir. Compliance, it is indeed a problem, and that is something that the both of you have raised. What I want to understand from you, Dr. Wali, is many of these cough syrups, these medicines, they are very cheap. The prices are quite cheap, and it is quite readily and easily available in the market. Is that also something that that is a factor? Because a lot of people, especially from the lower strata of the society, who don't really want to spend a lot of money or don't really have the money to spend, they take that option. They say that let's take a medicine that is relatively cheaper than the other medicine. And is there where a problem like this might happen, that a cough syrup that is possibly cheaper it goes into the hands of a few people, and then we see what has happened?
Absolutely, Osama. I am of a very, very honest, different opinion, and this may sound very different from what the people are talking for last 3-4 days. There is no need to prescribe the cough syrup. Cough syrup is a misnomer. Cough is not our foe. It is our friend. It tells something is happening into respiratory system of the child or adult. It should not be suppressed. So I am of the opinion, until absolutely, super absolutely necessary, at least I have not prescribed, do not prescribe cough syrups.
Yeah.
Do remember, Corex was used in hostels by the boys because it had codeine.
Yeah.
The composition is changed now. Corex has come back with a different composition because of the popular name. This dextromethorphan is also respiratory suppressant. If the mother gives an additional spoon to make the child sleep, at the 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. when the mother wants to sleep, an additional dose, who will be responsible for that? And I don't have teaspoon right now. How many of us know what is the amount of teaspoon? How many people use droppers to measure the correct dose? It is a matter of dosing also. How many people know that this should be stored properly? Most of these, as you are showing, this bottle is colored bottle. They are sun-sensitive components. How many of us know that? And the cycle at which these medicines are supplied from the wholesaler to the retailer, retailer to chemist is awful. Dhoop mein, June mein. So these are all factors which come into interplay. This is a simple case of quality control in which every batch has not been checked properly, and these bottles have reached to the shelves, to the homes, to the throat of innocent children, and to their abdomen, stomach, and cause problems. And the very important, the ingredient you were naming, ethylene glycol, is nephrotoxic, kidney toxic. It injures kidney acutely, so it is called acute kidney injury, AKI. And this छोटी सी जान वो मर जाएगा बच्चा. The child has got very little life. बहुत छोटी सी जान होती है जिसको हम कहते हैं नाजुक होता है. Very tender creature. And if a little extra dose of this, and I am told in Tamil Nadu 48.2% ethylene glycol has been detected in the test which they have done. It's a huge amount.
That is something that we have highlighted there as well.
It's not contamination. It is admixture of a wrong ingredient. It's not contamination, accidental. It is.
Dr. Wali and Professor Dr. Sarman Singh, I want to understand this from you. Professor Singh, are doctors, are they also under pressure to prescribe certain drugs, especially certain brands, without verifying safety? Is that also a case somewhere?
No, I think this is a very important question. I very unfortunate as a doctor. I may be a little biased, but the doctor has been, FIR has been, registered against the doctor. He has been arrested. I don't know the reason because, for what? Culpable homicide, first the company and the purchaser who purchased, and, probably you might be, highlighted it, that Rajasthan, it was a government supply. So government bought it. On what basis they bought it? What, who recommended these? So all these investigations, they should be there. Another thing is that, quality control and laboratories, we don't have. You see, same company in Tamil Nadu, from where this, syrup is originating, their laboratory, they have found that it is 48%. But the same supply, I may be wrong that the batch number may be different, but by and large, one can understand that may be the same batch. The same thing when it is reaching to Madhya Pradesh, which laboratory, I don't know. These Madhya Pradesh laboratory, they have found that there is no DEG in that. So how it is possible? So it means either the Tamil Nadu lab is wrong or the Madhya Pradesh lab is wrong. Because the same manufacturer, if he is doing the malafide and some mixturing or adulteration, I would say, then the same thing should have come here. Maybe 48% they have recorded. This could have come 47% or 49%, something, only not more than, 0.5% variation should have. How they can say that these is not, found in the Madhya Pradesh samples?
It is and that is something that, the authorities will have to look into very, very stringently. Dr. Wali, before we say goodbye to both of you, Dr. Wali, is there any message that you want to give, especially to the parents of young children, infants, as far as this entire tragedy is concerned? Is there a message that you want to give to those parents?
Absolutely. My message is very simple, loud and clear. Do not use any cough syrups till we start making good quality by two single big companies certified by the government. Please do not injure your children's health or life. And unless absolutely necessary, cough syrup is not a treatment. So give treatment of the cause, not suppress the cough. So यही मेरा मैसेज है कि हमारे डॉक्टर्स भी, हमारे जो पेरेंट्स हैं, अभिभावक हैं, वो इनडिस्क्रिमिनेट कॉफ सिरप्स को ना इस्तेमाल करें, प्लीज ना करें. इसमें धोखा हुआ है, आगे भी हो सकता है.
All right, Dr. Mohsin Wali and Professor Dr. Sarman Singh, thank you very much for speaking with NDTV and sharing your views, sir.